Video number 216, multiplying by a two-digit whole number using mental mathematics. Okay, we have 20 times 7. Now, we could use 20 rows of 7, but that would definitely have too many rows. We're better off thinking this using the commutative property as 7 rows of 20. So what we'll do is, if you have 7 20s, well, you have a total of 140 because you have 14 10s. So basically you do 7 times 2 to get 14. You see, 20 is what? 2 10s. So if you have 7 sets of 2 10s, then you're going to have 140 because you're going to have 14 10s, so 140. This becomes, same idea, 8 rows of 30, 240. 9 times 50, 450. So as long as you know 9 times 5 is 45, 3 times 8 24, and 2 times 7 is 14, these are very simple problems to do. Now that leads us to this next set of problems. Obviously, 4 times 11 is got to be very close to 4 times 10. If the answer was if the question was 4 times 10, the answer is 40. But we have one more than 10. So we have 4 rows of 10 and then 4 rows of 1. So you have to add those 4 rows of 1 afterwards. So therefore, 44. Same thing here with 7 times 11. You have 7 rows of 10 giving us plus 7 rows of 1. This is actually the basis for what's called the distributive property. We could actually think of 7 times 11 as 7 times the quantity 10 plus 1. Then you could think of this as 70 plus 7. So therefore you'll end up with 77. The reason I bring that up is because people are generally quite lazy when it comes to expanding and trying to analyze the situation a little bit more than what you could. You see, 3 times 12 is the same thing. You're going to do 3 rows of 10 plus 3 rows of 2. That'll give you 30 plus 6, which is 36. And then, of course, this idea expands even further. You see, you can do what's called a neighboring number. I like to use the phrase neighboring number. Instead of 23, let's use 20. So if the question was 20 times 6, the answer would definitely be 120. But we're going to do 3 more 6s. So the solution here, and this is all mental mathematics here, we're going to do 120 plus the 3 6s. So 120 plus 18, bam, 138. Next one, 32 times 4. You're going to have 4 30s plus 4 2s. Well, 4 30s is 120 plus 4 2s is 8, 128. Doesn't get much simpler than that. 53 times 7. You're going to do 7 times 50 to get 350 plus 7 more 3s plus 21. So therefore, 350 plus 21 is 371. 62 times 7. You'll do 7 times 60 to get 420 plus 7 times 2, 14 more, 434. It's that easy. Now this next set of numbers here, the neighboring number we're going to use is going to be above. See, this we went down to 20. That's why we had to add the 18. We went down to 50. That's why we had to add the 21. This time we're going to go up to 40. So we're going to bring the extra part down. So we could actually think of this one as being 7 times 40 minus 1. So we would do 7 times 40 minus 7 times 1. So if you're going to go above and your neighboring number is going to be above, you have to subtract to compensate for the fact that we went up to 40. That's why we would use 7 times 40 is 280. 280 minus 7 would definitely give us 273. It's that easy. Now what number do you want to use here? Bam! 20. 20 is obviously an easy number. 8 times 20 is 160. But we have too many. How many? Two too many 8s, right? Or 8 too many 2s. Either way, you have to take 16 away from whatever 20 times 8 is. So 20 times 8 is 160 minus 16, bam! 144. 57 times 5. Well, we're going to use 60 for a moment. 60 times 5 is obviously 300. Then we're going to subtract out what? 3 5s, because we went 3 too many. So 300 minus 15, bam, 285. Now, over here, what number are you going to use? 50 for the 48. 50 times 8 is obviously 400. We went with 2 too many, so therefore we do 8 times 2, 16. So we have 400 minus 16, bam, 384. Now here's one where you have a 3-digit. We're going to do 3-digit times 8. Well, we're going to do 400 times 8. That'll definitely be 3,200 or 3,200. So then we'll take 3,200 plus the 3 8s. So the answer is 3224. Over here, you have what? The neighboring number is 300. So 300 times 7 is definitely 2,100. And then we're going to subtract out the 3 7s that we used to get up to a 300. So we'll do 2,100 minus 21, which will take us into the 2,000. So we'll have 20. And it took it down 21. So it's definitely 2079. Okay, any questions? Please send me an email. Good times.